let's enhance this slide, because this is kind of going back to the internal controls. Because the control environment really starts with the tone at the top, how you're setting your culture of compliance. So how are your leadership kind of setting the tone for making sure that you have those internal controls in place, that you have the appropriate, risk management strategies for procurement and for subrecipient monitoring and subrecipient monitoring plans, and all of these things that are really important to making sure that you can avoid these unallowable costs and assessing risks and putting together that matrix to identify some of those threats, identify some of those areas where there could be some potential sticky wickets, and the control activities. What are the policies and procedures you're putting in place to assure the funder, to assure the auditors that you have these written standards, that you are going to abide by 2 CFR 200 and remain in compliance. Communication, so collecting and sharing information. This goes into the record keeping that we discussed in Section 4, and talking about how you're going to be maintaining files and how you're going to be updating information and making it accessible to people who are part of the grants administration process. And then monitoring, so walking the walk and continuing to assess. Desk reviews, maybe even site reviews are needed, and that ongoing follow-up to review reports and making sure that you're looking at the spending for those procurement contracts and that everything is in line with what was stated in the scope of work. So internal controls, it's the importance of the risk review and putting policies and procedures in place and making sure that you are establishing that environment that is going to follow those internal control framework, and that you are setting yourself for proactive risk engagement and management.